I decided to go to Shasta, and the whole retreat was amazing. I love Shasta. After that week, I was blown away. I signed up for to work with Emily for a whole year. My business has streamlined in a way that it has just shot, not even forward, everywhere. I've only been working with Emily for 3 months, and I'd say that everything has shifted. So it's been amazing.
Welcome, everyone, to the 827 episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. The records are now open. Let me know you are here and watching. Give me a shout out in the comments. I'll give you a shout out back. Here's what's going to happen, guys. For the next, 45, 50 minutes or so, we are going to jam together in our Akashic Records. If you know the drill, you know about how powerful the Akashic Records are. You are part of the show. Let me just pause my opening monologue and thank you truly. If you are a regular joiner here for the show, you know that this is such a sacred time that we all get to learn together. I learned so much. I get so many activations and transmissions here on the show with you guys. What's up, Amy? Tertius, hello from Brazil, and Christopher, yes, y'all in the house. Oh, my George coming in from the UK. I am joining y'all from also the great state of Nevada, or Nevada, however you say it. What's up, Christopher in Vegas? Although I'm joining you from the High Sierras over in Reno, Nevada. If this is the first time we're meeting, I'm Emily Harrison, founder, director here inside the Akashic Academy, working with visionaries and thought leaders like Jan Peck. Even though I'm coming to you live from Reno, Nevada right now, Missouri is my home grounds. What do they say? My stomping grounds, my old stomping grounds, that's what they say. What's up, Jan? I'm so happy that you're here. Oh, it's Dodie in the house. What's up, my beautiful Dodie? All right. So y'all who are coming in, you already know how powerful the records are. Start firing up the chat box with questions. If you scroll up, if you're new, and you're wondering what questions you can ask, I've given you some ideas for questions that you can ask. If you scroll up into the comments, you'll see some of those. Just look for the comments that I posted in there. All right, that's going to help give you some guidance on how to ask these questions. So the Akashic Records, if you are learning about this amazing technology, the Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness that hold all information, past, present, all possible futures, and is recorded from a neutral perspective. Y'all, we come wired with technology that allows us to get instantaneous wisdom, guidance, and clarity beyond our human perspective at any moment. This is the same realm of consciousness that Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein all learned to tap into at a moment's notice. Anybody ever had an aha moment or a download? Let me know in the comments if you have. Oftentimes, these downloads come after tremendous amounts of surrender and struggle. Our nervous system finally moves into a state where, like, okay, mercy, just show me. And then it's revealed, right? Yes, it happens. So here is part of my mission on the planet, is to remind us how we are wired. We're actually wired that if we learn to relax our bodies, relax our minds, breathe in certain ways, we can activate our connection to this technology and get ourselves out of any stuck situation we find ourselves in. And there's meaning and purpose to this technology returning right now here on the planet. I found this technology in 2015. I was an actress in Hollywood, a young mom, feeling very torn between my life as a mama and wanting this big career. It looked cool on the outside, but on the inside, it was an intense struggle for my human, y'all. I also had challenges in my marriage. I did not have the tools. I hadn't healed enough of my own emotional trauma to recognize how I was playing a part in contributing to those problems, which, by the way, our challenge is like every single thing that we are experiencing here on the planet, we've created. So when I discovered the Akashic Records and that I could tap in and start understanding myself better, I started understanding things like my life purpose, I got so freaking excited about the Akashic Records. I love to storytell. I love to inspire people. I love to teach. I'm like, duh, that makes sense. Okay, and my former life as an actress, I'll share with you guys some of the cool things that I'm up to now. I don't want to monologue too long, though. I want to get into all of these questions, you guys. Good, you got questions coming in, okay? So once I discovered that I could tap in and get these questions for myself, I began to understand my purpose here on the planet. I understood the nature of the traumas that I had experienced. I was able to learn from them and let them go, like understand what their higher purpose is, which that's it. We're here on this planet. Our soul comes to learn and to grow. This is not Soul Evolution 101, by the way. Earth School is a challenging school of mastery, of self-mastery, where we get to come and recognize, hey, I'm creating everything I'm experiencing. Let me step into a higher level of my potentiality, my God mind, my Christed consciousness, and see what I get to create from that point. And that's what we're doing right here on the planet. If you are here on the planet right now, it's also what I get to remind you of, the epic story. So the Akashic Records help me tap into, and my story self-teller can't help but to remind you, y'all, oh, this is so good. This, while it feels like things are in chaos here on the planet, if you are here on the planet right now, you have a very coveted front row seat to the most epic evolutionary journey display of light, of Christed conscious potential coming forth on this planet, and you are playing a part in it. Okay, this is the prophecy of the rainbow warriors of the light, those of us who have incarnated into the ancient lineages that hold the wisdom, the ancient wisdom that's been lost here on the planet. This knowledge of self, the knowledge of nature, the knowledge of collaboration, the knowledge of connection to source. The remembrance of how we thrive in a society of abundance and collaboration and love and freedom and peace for all humans. This is coming about on the planet right now. If you look on the outside world, you're going to see evidence of the breakdown of not that. And especially if you're listening right here, but even if you're not listening, which by the way, where the hell are you? Because we started already 7-8 minutes ago, y'all. Get your ass in here. Even if you're not here, even if you're just a human here on the planet right now, you are playing a part in this evolution. You are part of the rainbow tribe. There's a specific color, a vibrational frequency of evolution, of potential that gets to come through you. And it is my sacred intention to help us all activate more of that today by receiving the transmissions that come in. All right, so that's my opening monologue, setting the stage for the transmissions. I'm going to invite everybody to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, nice slow exhale. Exhale through pursed lips. Relax your shoulders, prepare your body, your nervous system, your mind to receive the intelligence coming in today. Okay. All right. I want to get started on some questions here. I do want to tell y'all about this fun project in the new earth and more about that, so stick around, okay? I also have some free presents for you, so stick around. And trust that your soul came to get some good intel today. All right, let me put the glasses on. Oh, my mama just texted me. She said, I finally have you up on Facebook. Well, thank you, Mama. I am going to put my Jan Harrison in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We love it when Mama's here. Okay. Authentically Amy, thank you for being here. What steps can I take to align more deeply with my purpose? All right, Miss Amy, I'm going to tap in and ask the guides to bring forward intelligence that is specific to your soul, and please, everyone else out there who is not authentically Amy, if you feel like this resonates with you, it's for you too. Okay, the information that gets to come in is for all of us. So allow it to wash over you. You will not only receive intelligence that comes into your mind that helps you look at things differently. Okay, you'll also receive a transmission, a frequency that helps you beyond this broadcast today as you continue to contemplate and make different decisions and embody those decisions differently. You're going to take different actions. Okay, so even if you're not Amy, if this resonates with you, you can receive it as yours. For Amy, what steps can I take to more deeply align to my purpose? Okay. There is just a childhood artist coming up in you who loved to paint and to write books and to be immersed in nature. All right, Amy, let me know if this is resonating with you. And as I'm starting to talk about this, the clairsentience, my clear inner knowing, I've got like an effervescence moving like up my back. Okay. And the guides are also saying, oh, now they're totally moving down my right side. So let me just tap in here. It also feels like this beautiful creative artist energy that is inherently you was affected by the over dominating masculine energy in your life. So let me know if this is resonating for you. Which over dominating masculine energy tracks for all of us, whether you are male or female. This energy has been out of balance on the planet since the fall of ancient Egypt, when the matriarchal society, the matriarchal knowledge and the wisdom of the goddess and the divine mother and this power of being connected into nature and connected into our intuition, connected into alchemy. All right, all of this knowledge was wiped when we lost that civilization. I shouldn't say it was actually wiped. It's remembered through our DNA. That's the only place they can't wipe it. Yes, stone can hold it, which is really cool. It's why we go to places like Mount Shasta, into special vortexes, the stone circles. Oh, George is talking about what's happening over there in England, right? Crystals can hold the frequency. Remember, crystals. Your computer chip is a quartz crystal chip. Jan says, "Oh my gosh, amen." Yeah, can I get some amens? Let me know if you're feeling it. Letting the guides preach today. But remember, our DNA is also crystalline in its nature, and our crystalline DNA is turning back on. It's coming back online. So we have 12 strands of DNA. Scientists only know what 2 of them do. I ain't a scientist, y'all. I know what the rest of them do too. Okay. The rest of those strands of DNA are connected in with our subdimensional layers of reality. All right. So for those of you who have started to turn on your clairsenses, because everybody's psychic, let me know if you feel psychic or if you feel not psychic in the comments. For those of y'all who feel not psychic, I get you. I mean, it's one of our subtle energy senses. And we've been taught to shut off the subtle energy senses. Subtle energy, unless you're an artist or a creative and you use your imagination for things, most of us have been taught to turn off our imagination because it's child's play or it's fake or it's not real. And by the way, most of us are born artists. All right. So I put a special link up here in the comments for you guys. This is a free training. This is a gift that I want to share with you that if you don't feel psychic, it's going to help you turn on your psychic senses. Okay. If you want to up-level your psychic senses, this shows you a very specific way to work all 4 of your major psychic senses in 15 seconds a day so that you can get reliable information. So you can start learning how to use them. All right. Because the cool thing is that, like I said, we're all wired into this technology, the Akashic Records. Your psychic senses or your imagination, that's how you get the messages. They flash into your mind. All right. So this training is going to help you like focus in on what is actually flashing through your imagination. Okay. Oh, some of you might feel that. Oh, you said, I know, crazy that are gifts. I thought it said scary for a second, but now that it's a little bigger, I see it says crazy. Yep. But I grew up somewhat afraid of my psychic skills as well because I grew up very much immersed in the Southern Baptist Church where we were told not to mess with that, but I did anyway. I guess I wasn't that scared. I was very intrigued too. I played like Bloody Mary in the closet with my cousins. That's scary. And yeah, we can call forward entities that are not of the light. Another reason why I love working with the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records vibrate to a frequency of unconditional love and zero judgment. So you can only access information and other beings in the space of the records that vibrate to unconditional love or higher. So it keeps us safe. Okay. All right. So back to Amy's original question, which I'm going to scroll back to it up here. Was this your original question, Amy? Oh, here we go. Wait. What steps can I take to align more deeply with my purpose? It's right now for all of us. It is, the guides are saying, we've got to look and we want to specifically work with childhood trauma and things that are affecting us now. And those can be things like not speaking your voice, feeling afraid to be seen or heard, forgiveness for oppression. Okay. A lot of us are also working with that, like I said, the imbalance of the masculine, feminine energy, where there can be oppression within ourselves. So that creative artist, that's the divine feminine part of you, part of all of us, that can get easily overridden and knocked down by logic. Okay. You see how this mirrors the ancient Egypt storyline I just told you about? See how we're all doing it within ourselves? So this is the way to activate that wisdom within you, is to recognize that we've got some balancing, we've got some healing to do. Okay. Amy, the guides want me to go back into you specifically and pull up the childhood trauma that they've. Okay. It's feeling like there's father stuff coming in to work with. And then there's also bullying that feels like it was a ripple effect of the more meek energy. Like when we stop speaking up for ourselves and we shrink into ourselves, that can be a pecking order response, especially in other humans and kids. And the guides are just asking us to bring in an energy of healing right now for bullying, for childhood bullying, not only the bullies, but the bullers. The bullies, but the bullied. There we go. Okay. Amy, let me know if this is resonating with you too. Anybody else who was bullied as a child? Maybe you did the bullying too. Maybe we can all tap in right now. And that's okay. That's what the guides are saying. Let's go into a place where we were the bully. We were the oppressor. I see what they're doing. Yes. Okay. This is how we course correct everything as we do it within ourselves. All right. So the guides want us to find where we feel like we were the oppressor rather than the victim. Oh, third eye going nuts. Any of y'all out there who are clairsentient and you're feeling this, let me know what the responses are in your body. We're working together as a collective here. Christopher, thank you for being alive in the field here today with me. Yes, throat chakra and standing up for ourselves and courage too. Okay. Take a nice deep breath, everybody. Exhaling. The guides want you to bring up a time when you were the oppressor. Okay, that's what I was taught to do myself. Thank you. Excellent. We get to clear that today, Amy. Thank you so much for letting us work on this for you and the whole planet. Yes. Yep. If you feel your head, your crown tingling, we're creating new neural pathways here. First of all, let's forgive ourselves. You know what, y'all? If I'm really honest, I see, and it comes from power struggles. And I can see where I have challenges with my teenage daughter around this, where my wounded feminine wants to come over the top of her independent feminine. Lord Almighty, she's my child, y'all know. Whew, she tough. Okay. So I have noticed that if I'm really honest with myself, when she feels like I can't control her, which again, she's my child. There's nobody tell Vivi Kate what to do, not even me. I before I saw the pattern of the power dynamic and I could take ownership for it, it looked like her misbehavior as a teenager would be how I would explain it. And then my guides put me in check, which, by the way, the Akashic Records will do. One of the gateways, like one of the Girl Scout honors you have to agree to use the Akashic Records and to get good information, is to fully take responsibility for everything that you're seeing and what you're creating. All right. So there's radical self-integrity and course correction that's required if you want full access to this realm, if you to become a true light and steward of this realm and to be able to activate others. Okay. And by doing the work at that level and being this transparent, I take people into the, like when I open records for people, I actually take them in with me. I'm not just reading and translating. Okay. Back to being the oppressor. So when I can't control Viv, sometimes there's meanness that will come out when I get angry and frustrated. And this is all my, like wounded, would this be? So the areas where it's like my feminine is wounded, my wounded masculine comes back over the top and like, So anyway, find where you were the asshole is basically the moral of the story. RG, I'm happy you're in the house. Okay. And let's call ourselves into a higher level of integrity. So thanking the person who is in that relationship with us, allowing us to learn. I'm so grateful for my daughter, my kids, my clients. When I F things up, these are sacred souls that are in relationship with us to be cosmic mirrors. And when we understand that, and we create safe, gentle places for us to do the work on ourselves, we can truly heal. So offer yourself forgiveness right now. White light, white light, white light. Bring white light in. White light is a universal healer. It's intelligence, it's frequency. And remember, white light is like complete everything light, if you wanted to get scientific about it. But it fills in the gap of anything that is missing, any perspective, any data. So the light in and of itself carries data. Think of it as photons of light, okay? Yes, melting into forgiveness. Let's forgive ourselves. And here's the cool thing that the Akashic Records have shared with me about keeping the rawness close of the mistakes I've made where I have either consciously or unconsciously hurt others in my life. It keeps me soft, sensitive. It keeps me compassionate. Okay. All right, let's offer the love to those who have oppressed us now too. Okay, offering that love, that white light, thanking them for being in this learning relationship with us. Like I said, Earth School is not easy. These lessons we learn are not easy, but we're learning them. We're here. We can do hard things. Good. Okay, now that we've shifted that energy, what is possible for you now? Now, okay, so here's what the guides are saying that we just moved and shifted. Dang, this is good. This is totally part of the new earth too, is that we don't move things by force in the new earth. Okay, we move by allowance, we move by magnetism. Good, you guys feel the emotion? Excellent. We no longer have to force. We no longer have to play into these karmic loops and lessons of oppressor and oppressee, of bully and buller. Let's release that. Let's call in the light. These are the codes of the new earth. Okay, we can learn by divine alignment, coherence, and allowance and joy. Okay. And so it is. Call this into your root chakra now. Deep breath in, exhaling, call it in, anchor into this new reality. Good. Fun stuff. All right. Anchor in a new reality where we can allow rather than push or oppress. That's excellent. Powerful stuff, Amy. Whew, give me a little head rushy there. All right. So I talk about the new earth. Here is the story of the new earth, y'all. We are evolving back into holding the frequency of the divine blueprint of Mother Earth. What was originally designed for this planet, which is for humanity to live in peace, love, and joy as our baseline frequency. We live in harmony. We live in abundance. We live in creativity. We collaborate with each other. We know how to problem solve. We use so much of our energy right now that we're using for either to fight each other, or a lot of us are still, I mean, the false matrix, the 3D illusion where we still have to pay for energy. And so many of us are working to keep the lights on. We're caught in this false construct and we're giving away all of our time under slavery constructs and mentalities. From the time that we're in kindergarten, especially if you go to public school, you're not actually taught knowledge. One, some of it's not even true, but more what you're being conditioned is to be a factory worker, to sit, to do nothing, to drain your energy, to pay attention, to be programmed, and then take a 10-minute break and then come back and do it again. All right, so we're breaking free of all of these old structures and paradigms right now. This is the new earth. It's 5D, okay? 5D is happening throughout 99.99% of the galaxy. The only reason that we're not seeing it right now, it's actually happening here on this planet as well. The only reason that we're not seeing it is that we're all still collectively tapped into the matrix or the illusion or the Maya. It's breaking down though. That's why we're here. So exciting. The new earth is all around us, and all we have to do is slow ourselves down enough to see it and acknowledge it everywhere that it is. And places where we recognize that we're not in vibrational frequency to it, we got to shift that vibrational frequency within ourselves. And then it's like magic, the gates of heaven, the 5D back open, and you hear. Okay? We get to create this from the inside out. And this is the prophecy of the rainbow tribe, the rainbow warriors of light. If this is resonating, y'all feel it in your soul. You're saying, this clairsentience is going off. It's tingling in your body. You're here. You're part of this tribe. As you wake up and you do the work within yourself, we change the construct of this Maya, this illusion. As within, so without. As without, so within. As above, so below. This is the Hermetic principle that explains to us the cosmic mirror, that what's happening on the outside world is a reflection of what's going on within us. So if we want to change what's happening in the outside world, we've got to change. We've got to negotiate within ourselves. We've got to stop the war within. We've got to forgive. We've got to up level. We've got to take responsibility. Right? Cool. This is resonating. I'm busting y'all's chops pretty hard, y'all, today. Yep, moving the energy. Qigong style. We're feeling it. Erica Lynn, trying to break this while trying to survive right now is crazy. I'm in a void and trying to climb. Yes. Okay. So Erica, big note for anybody out there who notices we're using the word trying in our vocabulary. It's actually so when we speak, we are basically becoming very much God in that moment. So whether you believe in the personified version of God or the science version of God, God spoke the universe into existence or the Big Bang. Christopher's mentioning our throat chakra. Our throat is where we speak into existence our reality. And so many of us have been taught to try really hard. And here's the effed up thing. Every time we say, I'm trying to do something, we're automatically doing this, because trying and doing, it's like you can't try and do it at the same time. It's like standing and sitting. So you're proclaiming that you're not actually doing, right? Yeah. So it's simple tweaks. Here's the other thing. It's not rocket science at this point. We're getting really good at it, y'all. Okay, let's let the try. If you got the tries, let the tries go. Just claim that you are doing it. Yes, it will, especially if you have had repeated circumstances in your life of evidence um, of things going wrong for you. It's going to take some time for your subconscious, your nervous system to relax enough to catch up to the commands that you're demanding, that you're giving it. But be patient with yourselves. You're going to get there. All right. Do nervous system work. Right now, we're shooting. Well, we actually already shot it, y'all. We shot a docu-series, a 5-episode docu-series about the work at Mount Shasta that I've been doing for the past 6 years now, taking visionaries, thought leaders, difference makers who have legacy missions here on the planet, who want radical transformation, who want to know the mystery of life and feel like in the pulse of what's shifting and changing here on the planet. I take those people into Mount Shasta for advanced activation over Lionsgate. It's pretty intense. We've been doing this for 6 years now. And this last year, Connect TV, shout out to Connect TV, y'all, send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. Let me know if you're watching today on Connect TV, by the way. A docu-series about bringing in the codes of the new earth so that we can transmit and share these out with humanity. So exciting. Totally shot all my circuits. I was going to say something else about the new earth there. But I do know we were talking about trying and doing. All right. And here's another thing. To get into the new earth, we've got to remember, and here's what I mean by to get into the new earth. I mean, it's a process of learning to hold that vibrational frequency. Would be another way to say it. An important gateway that we must all go through in our own evolution is the recognition that we are gods in human form. And we must go through the soul lessons that we need to go through to stay in love, light, and integrity with the work. So going through those more challenging situations where we are the asshole and we feel bad about it, like that keeps us in a place of high integrity. And so if you're learning lessons like this right now, it can be hard to swallow our pride and say places where we were wrong, where we need to do better. It gets easier the more you do it. But this is one of the lessons that we need to learn to fully step into our power and our authority so that we don't misuse it. Okay? Just think about everything can be weaponized on this planet. From the most sacred, powerful quantum technology to our words. All right. And we've got to stay in a high level of integrity around how we're using our ability to create. All right. Let's go get some more questions up here, guys. Let me know if you're having fun today. Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. Let's find some questions. All right. Christopher. How can I stop procrastinating and step into my true power? Okay. Oh, it's interesting that you talked about throat chakra because as soon as I took that deep breath in, it was like pepper was all in my throat. All right, let's just do a throat chakra clearing right now. Any place where we are not speaking our truth, we'll just do a clearing right here. Good. Bringing in a higher level of integrity around speaking our truth. Now, so here's what the guides want to say around integrity to speaking our truth. Oh, and there's thunder rolling out there too. The guides want to talk about integrity to speak your truth around money and around finances, financial resources. Okay. Oh, this is a big one. Christopher, let me know if this is resonating for you already. All right. So one of the biggest challenges with how, like, we've gotten, y'all, as a collective, we've gotten really out of balance with how prosperity, abundance, and resources flow on this planet. The mass majority of the money is controlled by a very minimal part of the population. Okay, Christopher's yes. Fine. Yes, finances, you're feeling the thunder. All right, let's break some financial spells, y'all, today. Okay. So, what the guys are saying is one of the biggest things that we need to do is freaking claim what we want. I once heard a statistic that if all of the money on this planet were shared evenly amongst every man, woman, and child, we would all be millionaires at least once over. And I think, like, so many of us have become okay with just getting by. And when we're okay with just getting by, then we create that feedback loop with the universe. So let's want more for ourselves today. Okay? Without taking away from anybody else on the planet, let's just want more for ourselves right now. I want you to open up your heart. This is a heart activation. Yeah, it's okay to have desires. I use the word want carefully. And again, okay, Earth School's complex, y'all. All right. Because if we spend so much time wanting and chasing and not feeling at one with whatever it is that we want here, then we're miserable. Then we're suffering. Then we got effed by the matrix that told us we could create it whatever we want. We mad. We sitting in the court like this. Stop pouting, little light worker. Get back out here and try to manifest again. Oh, I said it. Oops. Get out here and let's manifest again. Right? Oh, Dodie, bring it. There's more than enough money in the universe. It is. It's like oxygen. And we're giving away our divine right to be in flow with it because we've allowed our neural pathways and programming to get to the place that it is right now. All right. So let's just spend some time wanting more for all of us. All right. Let's start by, I want you to think about your neighbor right now. And I don't care if your neighbor lives in a studio apartment or the 10-bedroom, 10-bathroom mansion on the hill. So let's want more for our neighbors. Okay. Let's want more for our communities, including more compassion, more love, more peace. Let's want more for our enemies. Want more wisdom. Want more self-compassion. Let's want more. Let's dream bigger for our planet. Y'all are the rainbow warriors of light, dreaming big right now. Let's want more for each other. Let's want more health. Let's want more health for your pets, your neighbor's pets. Okay? I want more for each one of you that are here. I want more for me. Let's want more for each other. Good. Gathering up into a beautiful ball. Okay, we're going to, oops, hit my mic. We're going to bring this ball into a point of light of energy, low in your belly. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Going to absorb that ball of light into the lower dantian, the belly, the guts. Now see if you can feel that energy spreading out all over your body. Nice job. It's okay to be here. This is, and to want more for all of us. Allow the wanting more that gets to come through you to be a sacred prayer for the planet, for the new earth. Okay? That was a good one. Sacred prayer that we get to speak for the new earth. All right, what time is it? All right, so for those of you who want to learn more about reading your own Akashic Records, I also want to give you A quick little present here. Let's see. I've got a link to a discovery call. So we've got a lot of things coming up here at the Akashic Academy. There is training available in your Akashic Records, if that is what best suits you. There's also the opportunity to do sessions in the Akashic Records. People do like me to tap in and read for them what I see. And then we also, this documentary is continuing along with in-person events. Not only here in America, we have Akashic Vision Quest journeys coming up. If you can read that grin on my face, good. If not, there's a little more to it than that. These are psychedelic journeys. So if anybody is interested in the power of psychedelics and using them for radical acceleration, the kind of, work that a lot of people spend years doing can be done in a weekend. The Akashic record work as well, if people don't particularly like plant medicine, which I'll be honest with you, I think it is phenomenal, plant medicine. Its effects for people that are called to use the medicine. Not everybody's called to use the medicine. I'm not somebody who's actually called to use the medicine, even though I understand it. I have worked with it before and I've studied and facilitated with the plant medicine. Okay. So no judgment either way, what works for you, but there are tools that can help you radically accelerate and release areas of your life where you feel stuck. Okay. And so when you release these areas, what happens is you get to step into new timelines. So I've helped clients, including myself, jump into timelines of radically more abundance. Okay. I'm talking like 5ing and 6 timesing income, like slim fast kind of results, y'all. Okay. The records will show up and meet you where you are. And if you're really ready to clear what's been oppressing you and step into what's available for you as a divine human, God in human form on the planet, it's ready for you. And the records can tell you how to do it. All right. And yeah, so we've got journeys, we've got training, we've got one-on-one work. If you are not sure which one is right for you, you can use this link right here to book a 30-minute discovery call. And I will take you through a process where we'll figure out the best fit. Okay. Commercial plugs are done. Let's get back to answering some more questions, which is what I really like to do. Okay. So let's see. We were talking there about getting more in alignment for Christopher, getting in alignment with his soul mission, I think. Hey, this has been a lot about getting in alignment with soul mission. Oh, how can I stop procrastinating and step into my true power? All right, let me see if the guides have anything else that they want to bring in. Yeah, the guides want to talk specifically about the energy of procrastination. Because I just got very dizzy. So procrastination it's an interesting one too, because it requires divine discernment, because sometimes we're still percolating. Okay. Sometimes we need to step back and take a look at what's going on. And sometimes we need to lean in. Make sense? So the first thing, if anybody is in procrastination, around anything in your life, all right, the first thing that you need to do, because you all have all the answers inside of you. Rather than telling y'all what to do, it's easier just to tell you where to find the answers or how to use the technology, like how to ask, right? Because that's the secret to the Akashic Records, is knowing how to ask for the right information. All right. So the first thing around procrastination is figuring out, are you avoiding something? Are you avoiding making a decision? they're breaking it down for me in my mind, because technically we could be avoiding, even if we're in the percolation phase, it could feel like we're avoiding making a decision. So I'm just asking the guides to share with me the nuance of how we can understand ourselves so that we can know if we're in avoidance or if we're still in a gestation phase. Okay. Excellent. So here's how the guys say, oh, it chills through my whole body. If you're cycling the same thoughts over and over again, you're in an avoidance phase. If you're still thinking through new thoughts and you're noticing new perspectives are coming in, then you're in the percolating phase. Make sense? Good stuff. All right. So the guides say, when you're in the percolating phase and you're noticing new ideas come in, that's great place to be. Ooh, chills moving through my whole body. We want to do things when we're in that place to continue to conduct the energy. So nice deep breaths. Yep. Thanking the guides. Thank you for showing me new perspectives. Keep them coming. Okay. And you're going to feel a subtle energy of a flow and a build within you. And when the information becomes complete within you, you're going to feel it click. You guys know that click that you feel in? You heard about the click? Oh, it clicked in for me. So if you're in that phase where you're thinking new thoughts, continue to breathe, walk in nature, relax your body, do things that don't constrict your energy, keep the energy, okay, in that flow until you feel the click. And when you feel that click, that's the answer. Okay. Let's see. Let's just get some insight for what to do. Percolating new ideas. Okay. So what to do if you're actually in procrastination and you're cycling through all the old ideas? Well, instantly we need a pattern interrupt. Okay. Because the brain goes on loop, 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 loop. So you got to change your position in the room. You got to do a different activity. Breathe differently. Okay, the mind will follow the breath. But what happens when you're on this loop where you're cycling the same thoughts over and over? You've actually lost control of your brain. Your brain's working on autopilot. And we want all aspects of our being to be under our own mastery, under our own authority. Okay. So while it seems like if you're in procrastination or indecision, it might seem like, well, I need to get out of that as soon as possible. It's more about addressing the pattern inside of your mind and recognizing that your energy is not under your own authority. So doing activities like yoga, breath work, tai chi, qigong, symbolically, that brings your energy back under your own authority so that you can direct your mind where you want it to think. Because remember, your thoughts are going to become things. Just like what we speak consecrates the reality and creates it, that vibrational frequency starts from a thought. It's not a vibrational blast. It's not a vibrational blast that you put out into the world. Well, I don't know. Some of y'all might speak before you think. I've hung out with people before that I just like, did you even think about that before you said that? I've been that person before too. All right, but truly, even for those of us who may put our foot in our mouth, the thought precedes the vocalization. So everything stems from a thought. And when your brain isn't thinking under your own authority, you probably screwed, by the way. Because we're really programmed to think negative thoughts. All right, we're going to do a final activation here today to do some neural rewiring and reprogramming. Look, this is my hurt hand. It's almost good again. I can almost. I think I got a couple more weeks. But let's do some neural pathway rewiring, okay? We're going to use this. The guides say it's going to work on all the causal planes. So it doesn't matter if you're using it on money or relationships or your health. We just want to rewire our minds, our neural pathways, with the intention to re-engage the childlike imagination of innocence and love and light. You might feel that already starting to activate for you. Okay, so that we can think from a more pure aspect of our mind, a less jaded part of our mind. We can think with more possibility, more curiosity, more creativity. Okay, so as we activate this, you get to start thinking about your life differently. Your relationships, your jobs, your vacation, the money that you make, what you eat for dinner. You get to think about everything differently right now. Do you feel that freedom? Give yourself permission. Yes. Wow. Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen if you're doing this. I felt the power of that. Giving ourselves permission to think differently now in this moment, to think with childlike abandonment of love, light, creativity, connection. Go get them. Woo! This has been powerful. I feel it. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. If this has served you, share this out. There's somebody in your life that will most definitely benefit from the insight, all the power that we brought in here today. Thank you all immensely for being part of the show, for helping to bring in these activations of the new earth. Remember, I got a couple of invitations for you all. If I'll put it back in the chat box right there. Remember, if you want to know more about Akashic Record readings or learning to read your own Akashic Records or traveling with us, you can book a 30-minute discovery call. Lisa Gardner, I'll be calling you soon. I love you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. And I will see you back here again next week.
Hello, I wanted to talk about my experience with Emily and my Akashic Records reading. First of all, it was incredible, and she opened my mind to so many things about me and my calling and my personality that I could tune into and tap into. One of the main things that she uncovered for me is that a lot of the goals I've been setting have been very safe, and that I haven't been really stretching my mindset to think about the ultimate scary goals, because a lot of the times I will put up a safe goal that I know is achievable, and that gets me even right underneath that. So I was able to really think outside of the box. I started really thinking beyond what I thought was possible with my goals, and I've been doing this in every step of my life, and it's helping things really quickly propel into becoming a reality. So many things have become possible just because I was able to stretch my mindset beyond what I think is possible. But the main thing that has changed for me is I'm able to really manifest things a lot quicker, and things have been just rapidly happening in that way. So Emily is insanely talented. She will zone right in with you and help you really identify the things that are holding you back.